by tradition.
Hold
And that
tight.
is hold tight the 3-point collectors.
Next thing, Tottenham are whipping boys for Liverpool. You lot ain't beat us in how long? So look at your face. So when I
I'm about to run.
they forget about when the council is going to take the fridge.
Oh, for real? When there was a little car park out front. Let's talk about sex, baby.
Let's hold
Liverpool. And as much as we can talk about Mane is a good player, Salah's a good player, they're just not the X factor, bro. Don't forget about it.
Man, boom! Welcome back to another episode of Whoa. Is that the close up or the big frame? Alright, calm. Man said the camera was
That's a newsstand, isn't
looking
it?
at. Yeah, trust me, gold chrome and that.
Alright,
Welcome back to another episode of Stoppage Time TV. We're live in the flesh, live in direct. That in fact, you already know what time it is. Forward Dani, Culture Cams, Myra Quadri. Like, share, subscribe, notifications on. Make sure notifications on, comments on. If you hear something, you don't agree with it, pause the video, drop a comment. You can drop more than one comment. Don't be shy. Let us know your thoughts. We might even read some out. You get what
some
I'm saying?
people are going to go crazy with that now.
I don't mind.
Algorithm.
I don't
Just
mind.
remember that. Algorithm. Hype.
What's it about? Ralph? That's a Ralph call.
Algorithm hype. We need that. Like, comment.
Hold tight, the sponsor, Manscaped. Thank you. Remember, we're going to give one of these out. We're going to let you know what the activation for that is soon. So yeah,
I'm
going to say it now.
Random comments.
UK participants only. We're not doing none of this posting and packaging to
Brexit hit us hard, didn't it?
I was going to say something mad, but I'm not doing this. All this posting and packaging to these mad locations. We can't do it.
So we got some good Nigerian fans.
Yeah, but if they'll have to wait till come Christmas. That's Christmas.
Nigeria tour, innit?
What?
When we touch Lagos,
Free coming with us.
Huh?
It's free coming with us. Femi.
Come on.
Femi, you coming?
Young Femi.
No, fuck off, man. Remember you betrayed us. Femi's coming. You're not coming with us.
I'm banished now.
When we go, you can do the East African tour. Bring
East to West Coast.
Bring
We'll
lives
do
and that,
something.
stoppage guests and that.
I ain't getting kidnapped in Somaliland, blood.
Listen, you definitely don't want to come round.
I ain't getting
the stuff
kidnapped
you
out
said
there.
on the pod, brother, man, in my outfit.
But let's get into it, man.
Shout out the thingy first, though.
Yeah.
Our show. No, got a show coming. Live show.
Yes.
If you
Oh,
missed it,
for
guys,
real?
if you missed it, we put it out there. This is why we say follow us
Notifications
on every platform.
And have the notifications.
So because some people are going to be listening thinking, what are you talking about? But anyway, we basically we have a Champions League watch along on the 28th, I believe it is.
Saturday.
Champions League final. About a lot of people got on the guest list. We put everyone on the guest list that we can. It's guest list only. You can call it invite only if you want. So next time we'll do more next season, but don't sleep. You snooze, you lose. Make sure you follow us on every platform so you would have seen it.
Notifications.
But yeah, man, looking forward to seeing them guys there, man.
Real talk. Word's a big tipper. You don't sleep on the job.
Yep. And if you're a Liverpool fan, wear your Liverpool top.
Yep.
For real.
Yeah.
Real Madrid,
You want to see representation.
More stuff coming as well. For
I'll
those
have
that
my
are
hand
coming.
bandage on, boy.
You're dumb. For those
I'm gonna bring my bandage for Benzema. Trust me, fam.
For those coming, we should have a few little giveaway prizes. Science. That should be patterned before, Ben. But let's get into it. Hold tight, the trophy collectors.
New things.
No, just that.
No. You must give full hand like this. Hercules.
Hold tight, the 3-point collectors, wherever you are. Hold tight, the participants. No, it's not lamp. What do you mean lamps? Brentford scored a header. You did.
They got excited.
Rico Henry scored a header.
Bro, they got that Braithwaite. Branthwaite. He's got blood on his hands.
Bayesian.
Nah, he's not Bayesian. He's not Bayesian. I looked at it clearly as well. It's Branthwaite. Some English boy, I think. He's got a
Academy high.
Did he make a mistake?
You got a red card in 19 minutes.
Oh,
When they were 1-0 up.
Mad
Come on, man.
Hold tight the participants. Hold tight the cup final losers. Hold tight the consecutive cup final losers. Hold tight the man them that are proud of losing.
boy.
We've got a lot to get into. Hold tight, the penalty mistakers. What else? Hold tight, the man they're meeting.
Babadi. We will.
Why are you calling me?
Hold tight. Is there any hold tights I'm missing?
Nah, mate.
That's about.
Let's get straight to the
FA
beef,
Cup
man.
final. Liverpool are still on track to have a quadruple at the hands of Chelsea. 3 consecutive FA Cup final losses, 5 losses at Wembley. If you count the Community Shield, you might call it 6.
6, yeah.
What else is there? Yellow kit. Because you want to break the hoodie and still losing.
Came representing right.
You know what's there? What was there? Maybe I can bring some light to it. What else was there? I'll start off because it's my team.
What's your feeling after that FA Cup final? A game like that as well.
Tired. I won't lie to you. When you're just tired. You're just tired of being tired. When we've played Liverpool 4 times this season, 4 draws, 2 goal scoring draws, 2 0-0 draws, 2 finals 0-0 draws. And in each one of those games, it just feels like when we come up against Liverpool, everything to showcase what's wrong with this Chelsea side is showcased. So you do half of the job, but you can't finish the job off because you can't score or you can't show mentality when you get golden opportunities. A lot of people are trying to do this sugarcoating thing, but let's stick to the facts and be real about it. They were missing a key player in Fabinho. Fair, yeah. We had injuries and whatnot, cool, but let's stick to the facts on this side. They were missing a key player. They had Mr. Best Player in the World, even if he's not in form, come off injured. They had the Rock, the Aura, come off injured. They had a goalkeeping scare in the game. We created chances in the second half. The game was there to be won at multiple phases. Don't get me wrong, they did well as well. But once again, you're going against who the standard bearers are and you can't get across the line. It reminds me a little bit. It doesn't remind me, but the false image that Chelsea got is last season when we played City 4 times as well, beat them 3 times.
Got the better of them, yeah.
Got the better of them. It's like, okay, maybe we can do this. Liverpool this season, if those are the standard, then the Champions League final, they're in Europe, can say standard bearers, and they're going for the league, going for the Immortals. 4 times, there's a mentality edge, lack of quality edge. There's something that showcases in each one of those games where we are not at that level. And the scary thing about it is when you look at the 3 consecutive FA Cup losses at Wembley, which used to be our second home, I think it's 15 cup final losses in the last 25 appearances, something like that.
Oh,
It's something mad. I can't remember. Don't quote me specifically on it, but
it was
it's
something
mad.
It was something mad.
If you can find us on talking, how we bring it up. But what it goes to show is what we've believed Chelsea to be, which is, it's a buy and
What we
whatnot.
believe. No. What you were saying a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying.
Best cup team in the world.
Well,
Chelsea have
That's
lost.
what I'm going to.
Chelsea have lost 10 of their last 16 finals.
Thank you. Sorry.
Since 2015.
10-25. Thank you.
Best
That's
cup
much
team
better.
in the
It's clear.
world. Hype.
So what it goes to show is, my whole thing is, growing up and seeing Chelsea and knowing what the mentality is and everything, I know that if we will push to go far in cups, that's why we've been in 3 FA Cup finals, and we go to win. So now when you're the first team in history in the 150th year of the FA Cup to these 3 consecutive finals, you go to Wembley and you get treated like you're squatting and getting kicked out before you can even get comfy. And then after the game, for me, you hear fans saying, I'm proud of how we matched up against Liverpool. It's like, what are we proud about? We're getting smoked by the teams that we're supposed to be at that level of.
Yeah. Do you feel
It's
like Tuchel in
disappointing.
that game set up to win from the goal? Because as you said, these are the kind of games you want to win, you just said.
When you look at the lineup before you start the game, you think, okay, that's more of an attacking lineup compared to what we've been with previously. You think it's an attacking lineup. You then look at the changes during the game and you think, hold on, okay, what is the thinking behind that? So for example, Loftus-Cheek, false 9. That's weird to me. But then again, if you feel that Lukaku's not doing anything, it's still weird to me. A striker, if he's not got legs,
Chelsea
a
fans have been
striker,
calling
a
for him
striker
to
might
start.
score a goal. It then comes out that Werner was no shape to play. Okay, cool. Havertz couldn't play. Okay, cool. But it just seems weird in the moment, if you get where I'm coming from, especially when you're playing against a Liverpool side who, quote unquote, mentality monsters, rock and roll, they're always going to go for it. Some of the substitutions were a bit, but even when you don't talk about substitutions, you talk about the players. Pulisic, right? It gets to a point where when you see a player do so much, you can't go, it's unlucky. He just doesn't have it in him. Some players are nice and everything. He might go somewhere else and find it, but his time at Chelsea has shown that he doesn't have that in him. You can't come close all the time and it's like, oh, unlucky. No, you just don't have that instinct in you to do it. The chances, for example, Diaz was signed for how much?
Diaz could have had 2 hat-tricks.
It's gonna go up to 54 and everything.
Yeah.
When you're watching Diaz, you're like, okay, it's getting closer. They had a similar amount of chances. People say that Pulisic's were better, but with Diaz, you're still like, okay, oof, I can see something. Pulisic, I'm looking at, he's gonna miss.
Pulisic had what, the one in the 25th
He
minute
had
or something
two or three chances.
I thought he was one of the better players for Chelsea.
He was.
That's what I thought. I thought the right-hand
but
side was probably your best outlet throughout the whole
game. That's what stands
game.
up for me. One of our best players was Pulisic on the day. And even with him being our best player, you thought, you know what, it's probably not going to pull off. It just shows you where Chelsea currently are, where it's like getting over the line just doesn't feel it. At one point, Marcus Alonso, you're thinking Marcus Alonso is going to save us. Like, do you get what I'm coming
That's
from?
the guy Chelsea fans have been trying to slate and get out of the club.
It is, but this is what I'm saying. This is the situation that we are in. I spoke to production this morning and I said that about the point about fans saying that, you know, we're proud of how we stood up, and I said we've fallen far away because heads would have been rolling that
That's mad to say though.
Plus
man,
that, and then further on, the reason why it's scary is because whether we will like it or not, we've had conversations about the takeover and direction that Chelsea are going in, right? This was sort of the last sort of chapter of what you'd say the Roman era was. We haven't ended that with a trophy. And when you look back at recently what's happened, the team dynamics are changing and we're stepping into the unknown. Not that there's not going to be money or anything. We just don't know what to expect.
Do you feel like this? You're entering winter, should we say?
What, winter's coming?
I'm not saying winter's coming, but are you? Because this is arguably going to be the most important transitional era, I feel, for Chelsea. You're changing board. Your recruitment team's probably going to change with Maria going and everything.
Changing strategy.
Maria going?
Maria's going as well. She ain't going to be around.
Yeah?
She's dipping. So that's the head negotiator.
Money Marina, you know?
100%. So I'm thinking now, you look at your squad, how many fans are talking about, we need wholesale changes. Even your squad, you look at, you don't know who's here this season or next season.
Well, look,
do you think this summer now is one of the most key in Chelsea's history?
100%, because from a strategic level, the recruitment and how everything's going to be is very different. Everyone's talking about Bowley, what he done in, was it baseball and everything, this and that. We don't know how that applies to football. The market is the market as well.
Facts.
It's very
Whole
scary
different
because
ball game,
it's
bro.
a whole different ball game. We don't know what to expect. We haven't seen them operate in football. What I then add into it is, remember when Lampard came and it was, Lampard's got to use the youth because there was the transfer sort of situation. He bedded in youth. If you look at the stage we're at with those youth now, the two mainstays, Mason Mount, Reece James, if you look at the year they've had, and they are next year, if you think of all of the experienced pros that are leaving, they're going to be like a solid part of the team. They're in a place now where they have lost the Euros, lost 2 cup finals. They've played, they've won the club.
Mount has lost 6.
He's lost 6
games
finals at Wembley.
In a row.
At Wembley, yeah. So now the pinnacle
Money
the pinnacle of the youth that is supposed to be the pillar of the team on the position where their core of what they are and what Chelsea is something that Chelsea then is not used to. They would have been used to winning. That is adversity. That is
And that's the thing. Now that winning,
don't get me wrong, the Champions League is great.
Champions League is great, but it almost
Super
papered
Cup
over
and
the
everything.
cracks, like we've always said.
Sorry,
The last league title was
so
what?
just a last quick one as well. The thing is, I even forgot about the 2 trophies you won. I went on like a little strop yesterday and someone was like, oh, you won 2 trophies.
You didn't win 2 trophies,
Hear
man.
what I'm saying. This is
Chelsea.
This is my perspective.
Rubbish,
This is my perspective.
Last season in the awards.
Hear what I'm saying. Silverware is silverware, yeah. But if you speak about it, what you said there is key. Those are based on the merit of what you did last year. You done well last year, so you get an invitation to do this. I can't get over the moon about, don't get me wrong, it's great, the gold badge, but I can't get over the moon.
Those trophies are only good when you've won other trophies.
Do you know what I'm going?
They're icing on the cake.
You know when you buy a car, buy a car and it's like, a sport package, heated seats, all that. That's what it is. It's like additional. So when you leave with nothing, okay, you've got this. It's like, what am I going to do with it? So Chelsea are in a very precarious situation where you have, that summer is so important. We do not know what to expect. People are saying marquee signing. Who is out there? What position do you do the marquee signing in? How do you actually get rid of these players that you say need to get rid of? Do we actually know what Tuchel wants to do with this squad if so much experience?
Here's the thing, you lot are gonna. He's gonna be the one constant throughout all of this. You know that.
Yeah.
Through all these squad changes, the ball change, and everything. Would you say put the whole house behind Tuchel now? And when I say that, yeah, I mean,
What is the whole house?
Do
That's
you,
what I'm
I'm
asking.
saying, do you have the confidence in Tuchel that no matter what, even if there's a rocky start next season where you're not up there, is Tuchel the guy for you for this rebuild and transitional period?
I believe he has earned the right to have that backing. I believe it because he came in on a 18-month contract. People were skeptical about him, PSG, whatever. Came in early doors, identified something that needs strengthening, works in defense, wins the Champions League. Rocky at the end of the season, okay, cool. Rocky at the end of this season, okay, that's the first time it's like, bro, listen, I'm seeing something that's a bit mad here. Now you're gonna get everything you need. Back it up.
You said a couple weeks ago, yo, if Roman was still in charge and this was normal Chelsea, he'd be in huge trouble this season. The way Chelsea have fallen off there, the way Champions League happened as well, I think the whole situation around the club, it would be a mess. I don't know if next season, if there was a rocky start, as you said, he would still be here. Under the new ownership now, are you saying now, that same guy, let's put the whole house behind it?
But the thing is, you're getting owners who haven't been in the sport, right? So you're getting owners who, they might look at Tuchel and be like, do you know what? He won the Champions League, so he must know what he's doing. So we're just gonna like stick behind him or whatever. So that's a lot of trust you're putting into him, bro. Because at the end of the day, what's Tuchel's evidence in his career so far that he's rebuilt a club? None. What can you tell me what Tuchel's talent ID is?
Dortmund.
Can you even tell me what's a Tuchel player? What's a Thomas Tuchel player?
It's difficult to identify
You don't
because
even
it's been
know.
different everywhere. But
That's the man. That's the man. All the chips are going to be behind. That's
This
what
is
I'm
what
saying.
I'm
You're
saying.
going into this era now saying you don't know what's coming next. But I'm telling you, the one thing that is going to come
It's
next
him.
is him.
But-
He's going to have the
So
keys
this
at Chelsea now.
So what you're both highlighting is we have praised and highlighted and sung the praises of Chelsea's methods of madness for so long. New manager and everything. But what we're witnessing now, if we're being real, what we're witnessing now is the one downside culminating together and crashing down where you've got mishmash squads, you've got a situation where you can't really sack the manager now because he's the one thing that's actually showing some sort of stability, and that method of madness can't be there anymore. I don't think they're going to continue and start being, okay, sack this manager, sack that manager. There's not that many managers out there, realistically.
So you do know a new owner at the same time. A new owner
Might
is
wanna
going to
bring in
want
their person.
No, yeah, it's not even about bringing their, but they're going to want to make a stamp. If I'm just saying, if it was to start a bit rocky, as you said, if it started rocky, yeah, after giving all this money and the fans are already like, hold on, what's going on here? Maybe one of his signings ain't hitting. They are going to look at it and be like, hold on, we don't want to get off on this foot with the Chelsea fans. And one thing that they will know is because obviously they would have done their research on the club. They'll know Chelsea have been a chop and change club.
100%.
So they'll just think, do you know what? Let's get in our first man. What takeover have you seen where within a year there hasn't been a new manager?
Every single one.
Every takeover you've seen, there's been obviously other than the Glazers because it was Ferguson, but you always see every takeover the manager's gone within a year. They bring in somebody that they want. Let's see what happens with Eddie Howe at Newcastle. I bet soon they're gonna be like, all right, thanks for what you've done.
Can aim
mate.
a little higher.
You know what I mean? See you later. So wait a second, they brought in Eddie Howe.
I was gonna say
they brought in Eddie Howe. So exactly. So
that is the whole.
Let's see.
Those ones are a bit different because it's like we know where we want to go and we need an entry level guy. And then we're going to ramp up. Man City did the same thing. Chelsea was like, Ranieri is like, okay, cool, you know what? It's not for me. Boom. Whereas this is a very different...
Because
do you know,
You're
if we're
a
being
big
real,
celebrity.
if we're being real, this is the first time we're seeing this in football where it's like, after we've seen the evolution of football where everyone gets the multi-million pound takeover. We've not seen that's done, the new projects. We've not seen, I don't recall seeing that in football.
no, this is the first one. And,
It's
it's right because you lot were the first billionaire club or whatever that.
So it's
ruined the
uncharted
market.
territory in so many ways for Chelsea. And no one can really say a point to how it's going to pan out. This season, for me, if I'm being realistic,
What would you grade it if you had to grade it? High school mode,
I would say,
eight to.
for me, I'd go by number. I would say this season's been a 5 for me.
A what? A five out of what?
10.
2 cup final losses, no challenge. Your marquee signing's a complete flop.
Yeah.
5 out of 10.
5. If
Fair
you got
enough.
FA
And
Cup,
senior players leaving at the end of the
yeah,
season.
the reason why it's 5 is because we managed to ride the storm of everything that was going on. So, and this is, and I'll
This
give you
everything
I'll give
is
you-
going on thing.
Let me
Do you
give
know
the
what
method-
I don't
let me give the
because you
message to
seem
my
like
man.
you're the causes
No, let me
of
give-
everything
let me
that's
give-
going on at your club as
Let
well.
me give
so
the method
I'm
to the
like-
madness. If you get an FA Cup, okay, you might go a 6. FA Cup and you get past Madrid, might amp up a bit. Champions League, you just go to 8 and 9s and stuff. But there's small things where I look at the season where it's like, if this happened, the season could have looked so much different. The draws, we drew 10 times. If I show you, we drew against Brighton and Wolves twice.
I don't know.
But the thing
Like,
is,
there's so many
4
things
out
where
of
if I
max
look at
for
this,
me.
if I look at the season, that
no, but one
4
thing
out of
is,
max.
for me, the thing is,
4 out of max for me.
what I was gonna
Like,
say
out of
is,
10.
for me, the Chelsea fans, for me, are making too many excuses. So when there was, I think 360 posted, like, we gotta be honest, this is a bad season for Chelsea, whatever. People are like, yeah, apply context. All right, cool. Injuries. Every team has injuries. Yeah. Nobody wanted to give Liverpool sympathy. Last
Nobody.
season.
Yeah.
So injuries happen to every club, bro. Look at what happened at United. Injuries. Look what Varane's been injured all the time. Look what happened to Mason Greenwood. Look all this. Everything.
not injury.
No. But I'm saying stuff happened where your
cool.
players are going to be gone. Cavani, where is he? Loads of stuff happened. It happened to Liverpool. No one gave them their excuse. People are saying sanctions. This is the same fan base and same Chelsea team that won 5 straight games in a row after the sanction. It wasn't a distraction for them. Well, everyone praising Tuchel's mentality.
still doing the job.
These lot are
He's
doing the thing. So
carrying
let
them.
me not hear the sanction excuse. Are you telling me the sanction excuse kicked in 6 games in? 7 games in? That's when the players suddenly realize, oh my God, Roman is going. No, that isn't what happened. Hold on.
It's still something to navigate. You can't.
What's to navigate?
two
What's
things
to
can
navigate?
coexist.
What changed? Wait,
Hold on.
what changed for Chelsea? Because the fans were still going to the games?
Yep.
No, did that sanction kick
It
in?
started dwindling.
What didn't
It
do?
started dwindling because remember you couldn't
was
buy the
only the
ticket.
season ticket
So it was one of those
holders,
The
things.
fans
it
were still
started
at the
dwindling.
stadium. Wasn't the stadium
No,
still
it's
full?
only
No.
season ticket holders.
It
So
started
what was the
dwindling.
stadium? Half the stadium, yeah.
Bro, you saw the game I went to. with my hot
How
chocolate.
long? How long was it? How long was that in for? Was that during the 5-game win run, or was it after?
It started dwindling.
And then when did it kick in?
It started dwindling through the
When
season.
did it kick in?
Probably after the 5 games.
Brentford.
Didn't we go a whole
Was
season
the Brentford
and a
game I
half
went
without
to?
fans?
The game before that.
Right.
Didn't we go a whole season and a half without fans? And now we're talking about half stadiums like, as an excuse for the loss of form. Please,
I'm not
hearing this.
No, this is where Mandem are starting to confuse. All I'm saying is, in terms of something, again, yeah, injuries is something that teams are used to. All the things you mentioned, okay, players not being out. Someone's come in and said, listen, this club, it can't operate the way it's operating and everything. Fam, their bank cards weren't working. If players, that's going to affect personnel.
Whose bank cards aren't working? Could Mason Mount's bank card work?
No, I'm
Could
talking about in
Lukaku-
terms of actual staff within the club couldn't purchase stuff that first few days. It was like we couldn't do
Yeah,
anything.
first few days, but you won 5 in a row after
But listen to what I'm saying to you. All I'm saying to you, you're talking about the specifics of in time and everything. I'm just saying that at some point, that sanction.
I don't think
had
that
to be
derailed
navigated.
Chelsea's season.
I didn't say it. I said they
you
had to
think
be
it did?
navigated. I said it had to be navigated. I didn't say
But do you think it derailed?
No, that season derailed in December when
There
we
we
were
go.
joining and doing rubbish.
There we go. So it's
All
an
I've
excuse.
said is we've had
so
to
it's an
navigate.
excuse.
What's man saying?
It's an
Because that's
excuse.
how we
If
started.
your
You were saying
season
there was a
derailed in
list of
December,
excuses.
What is this excuse
I'm
about
saying
the
what,
sanction?
I'm saying what I'm saying. I'm saying that the reason I gave it 5 is because we've had to navigate. I didn't say that it's something we've had to navigate this season. Okay, cool, boom. I'm not blaming that for the reason why
Chelsea
our season
fans
went
are
poor.
also
Our
including
season went poor because
the
of us.
interview as part of the excuse. I saw that many times in the comments. The interview. Tuchel had to deal with the interview. Are we forgetting in the interview he talked about how Tuchel can't get the best out of him? So there was a reason for that interview. So he didn't just wake up one morning and say, oh my God, I've got 20 goals this season. Let me just go to the media and say I don't like Tuchel. No, it's because there was a build-up of things for him.
Listen.
So I think you guys are making excuses
I don't know about
for a poor season.
the whole
Remember
you
the
guys
best
and everything.
22 as well,
Huh?
alongside City. We got a 22-man squad that can compete alongside
Two
City.
sides.
They were using
posting
the depth
A and
thing.
Bs.
And now they're like, you know what? Clear the whole front line.
I
We
don't
need
know.
a whole rehaul.
I don't know
Too
about
many
all of
excuses,
that,
man.
that and everything, but like I said, for me, 5. And like I said, the people that are saying I'm making excuses are the same people that are saying that they're proud of the team going up against Liverpool. So if we're going to take those people's words for thing, then what are we supposed to believe? Why are you proud of that? From my perspective, me, 5, like, again, December, horrid, same thing. How many managers now say mentality? Just like, it's just, as a Chelsea fan, if anyone's saying to next season, we know where we're going, I'd be very shocked of how you know that because
So
we don't know what
but
we're
the thing is, do you know what? Yeah, that Champions League, yeah. Honestly, yeah, that is a saving grace. That's all I'm gonna say. And for me, that Champions League was more Pep moving mad. I'm going to be honest. That's me. For me, it's more Pep getting it
Gundogan
wrong
on the
than
island.
Chelsea doing an amazing thing. And that's in my opinion. I credit you guys for getting to the final, of course, whatever. But that Champions League, since then, all it's been is cup final losses. I'm not even listening to the Super Cup, by the way. I'm not listening to the Club World Cup. Those are glorified friendlies, bro. Simple as that. That's all they are. So all it's been since then. What's Tuchel's record in finals? 1-3. Lost against. He lost him 1-3. His final. That Champions League is a saving grace. What is it? Di Matteo with more time.
Do you remember
That's
I
what
told you
you're
at that time that no stars in that team? I'm
but-
telling you, they don't deserve it.
Remember?
Big
Now
rebuild
it's
job.
coming back to home.
Big
What did I-
rebuild job. You're
before I went
closer.
on
You're
leave-
closer to United and Spurs than you are to Liverpool and Chelsea. I mean Liverpool and City. I don't care if you're Champions League
Fuck
winners.
off.
You're closer to them, man,
Fuck
than you
off.
are
But
to
when
You
them.
don't agree with that?
I'm trying to think of when you see close, like, boy. I
No.
don't know
We
close.
need a confirmation there.
No, I'm trying to figure out how
we
do you
need
mean
some
close?
reality here.
What do you mean? As if Ten Hag and everyone has to rebuild.
Listen.
But we can't include Ten Hag. He's not even.
No offense.
Rebuild. We have to
Hey,
rebuild.
wait, they sounded a
Wait,
bit
wait,
shaky.
wait,
Are you
wait.
scared to take off? Relax.
No.
Relax. He ain't even got to work yet, blood.
No,
Relax.
Back to school.
Relax.
No.
Relax.
What
I'm
I'm
saying, do you think Chelsea are closer to Man City and Liverpool, or do you think you're closest to the rest of the pack?
Well, we have to rebuild, so we must be closer to you guys. By fact of rebuild. If we didn't have to rebuild, then boy. But what I was gonna say is, before I went on leave, when we was talking about the Champions League, I said that Champions League. What did I say about it?
Papering over the cracks, baby.
When I said that, upon reflection about what I said about us being about City and everything, I said that Champions League came too early because what it's done is it gave this false pretense of what we actually are.
Everybody started saying, "Chill, we're world class, Mount world class."
At the time, it's wanted, but again, remember, we always say
No,
that
at the time
things
it was
take
gassed.
things have to take longevity and everything. So now it's a good challenge. It's a good challenge to see what happens with this. Because at the end of the day, yeah, that Chelsea heritage has to be restored. I'm sorry, losing finals like that at Wembley is whack.
You know what? I'm
I've
very
never seen
interested.
anything like that.
I'm very interested to see this Chelsea rebuild because, of course, Chelsea have had different teams over the years under Abramovich, yeah. But Chelsea always had. So Chelsea had that influx of Czech, Czech, Drogba, Lampard, Terry.
We had a core.
Them man,
it's a
the
core.
foundation went through the next transition as well. Hazard in that came.
Hazard,
Terry won a Premier League with Hazard. Do you know what I mean? They went, that came, and then it became this new Chelsea team.
Post-Hazard.
This new Chelsea team, okay, they've won a few cups, but they haven't challenged for the Premier League, really. You won in 16-17.
close.
Terry was still there but now it's a new lot. You lot haven't challenged at all. And now you've got a rebuild to do without a foundation. There's no foundation left at Chelsea at the moment. The old guard are gone. The Hazards is not there no more. Even the Willians and that, they're all gone. It's a whole new transition without the winners that have been there and battled for Premier Leagues and stuff. So it's going to be an interesting rebuild for Chelsea, bro. It's not going to be as seamless as it was when Terry and Drogba came back and all this type of stuff.
It's a new time.
It's
a new time, man.
As much as
For some people, it's either like you can either be scared about what you're going into, or you can be like, you know what, this could be exciting about. Maybe we see a different new lease of life. Because when you really break it down, when we had that transfer ban and Lampard had to bring all of those young players back, that was the beginning of new Chelsea, but people just didn't realize.
Yeah, I mean, let's see.
that
I'm
was
very
what you lot
interested.
tried to
Yeah,
run, but
do you
then
get me?
as soon as the money became available again, it was
And
like, hey, money ball.
And then it got squandered, and then
bro.
it's like,
Like,
now
for
money
me,
ball's dead.
enough for
do you get me?
Chelsea
So,
anyway.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
touch
just
on the
last
actual
thing.
winners, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just very interested to see what Tuchel's talent ID is because I can't tell you what it was because the signings. If people say maybe he didn't sign the players at PSG and all this type of stuff, but some of them signings at PSG, bro. He's the one that brought in Herrera.
Draxler.
He's the one that brought in some of these funny names. Yeah, I mean, Lukaku's on his name. Saul Niguez is on his name. Do you know what I mean?
Don't
So,
do that.
That's on his name. So I'm very interested to see that you guys are giving this whole empire to him to rebuild it. It's going to be interesting.
Liverpool, what if the money was, if you were Mr. Bowley, so it's Mr. Culture Cams has bought Chelsea, would you bring your own man in and get rid of him? based on what you've seen? Because for me,
I'll start lining up. I'll start talking to people. I'll start talking to people. I'll start talking to some managers. Like, listen,
elaborate.
I might call you.
There.
No, you got to have a contingency and plan in place.
Gonna leave after the World Cup.
There
That's
we
a
go.
Chelsea boy.
I
He's
understand.
not a Chelsea boy.
Hansi Flick is at Germany.
Understand contingency.
Luis Enrique is at Spain. The World Cup's gonna come and go.
Mancini
I'll
there.
start looking. I'll start talking. Like, listen, let's see what's going on, mate. I'm gonna give my man 5-6 months. And we'll see.
I understand contingency because that's
We'll see.
at any business level.
have business
you have
with
contingency,
facts,
but
bro.
what I'm trying to
Contingencies.
get to is because that's fair. But based on what you've seen on Tuchel, you're saying that he's not got enough merit in the bank to be like he's be the person to take it forward.
I don't know. The merit is the Champions League, which is good. But other than that, you expected to compete this season and you didn't. So he succeeded in one way, but he's failed in another. So
on balance, you're saying
50-50.
that contingency. Okay, what's
It's
your
50-50.
thoughts on that? That's a message dance. I hear you.
What, Tuchel?
In terms of if you were,
I agree with everything
Danny
you said
Ball,
there.
you come in, okay.
Bruv, with Chelsea, I'd blow up the whole club, man. Fuck it. That's how I'd roll, bro.
No, you're not allowed to make them sort of jokes.
Listen, why? Say why.
I
Say it. I dare you. Go on. Say it. No, but let's give some flowers
Let's
to
go
the
into
winners
Liverpool.
as well.
No,
of
because
course. You mentioned injuries.
deserved winners, I'll say as well. I think, especially, I think you lot came out maybe second half, had your little blitz, and I think that was your kind of moment taken. But I think the first 20 minutes.
They blitzed
They
us.
were blitzing, man. And even end of the game, I was like, you know what, they're in control. Luis Diaz, I thought, he's showing why. Obviously, he's saying hand him the franchise keys. Brother, you can see why. The man's a live wire. I said as well, though, his shooting, he needs to sharpen up on that. If he can get that little bit of end product going,
Well,
he
he's
goes
young.
from like excited.
He's
He
young.
goes from that exciting level to
But-
now you're chilling with the big dogs. But
But before that,
I thought, listen,
Klopp's sort of Klopp has improved. You can tell that he improves players.
yeah,
So
100%.
it wouldn't
And
surprise
listen,
me if that
for
comes.
Klopp now, that's what every single trophy in
Sweep.
England
He's done a
sweeped
sweep.
up.
Trent's done a sweep.
I've
Hendo
always said
shuffle
the
lives on.
way he's built this club as well organically, bro. People can say
Yeah.
he splashed money or whatever, but bro, you
I
have
hate
to
that
give
term
this man
organic,
his.
but it's such a media term, innit?
Nah, bro,
Organic.
it is organic
What,
though
from the
because
ground
it's
go,
like
isn't
the way he scouted a lot of these players that we've said from lower clubs. I think the way he reinvested the Coutinho money, even when he's gone out on a limb. Where people have criticised him for overspending maybe on Van Dijk, on Mane, even Jota at points. People are like, bruv, he's been proven right on pretty much all of his
His signings
signings,
have been
his
hits.
system. And even this season, what he's been able to do is last season, all right, injuries. Everyone's talking about, everyone's getting to their 30s. Are they going to rebuild? And low-key this season, what's he said? Kanate, cool. Harvey Elliott, cool. So many Diaz even, Jota. The way he's just kind of moved around a couple of pieces. Thiago this season has come back in. He's low-key just made it a new kind of revolution while sticking all the... Now, what is it? You're responsible. I think I saw a tweet that said you're either going to be responsible for 100% of their double, 66% of their treble, or basically
Something mad.
50% of their quadruple.
Yeah.
Single-handedly, Chelsea.
Yeah,
Remember
So
when
Klopp
it
has
was-
to say thank you. All this about Tuchel's going to reach Klopp and... Brother, levels and brackets. That's what you got shown. And as soon as that talk started happening as well, 2 finals, hold these.
Yeah.
Bruv,
Nah,
give
bruv,
him his dues,
honestly,
man.
you gotta
give him his dues.
You got to give him his dues to win everything. To win everything, pretty much available. Okay, the Europa League was there; they didn't win that, but we're talking about the big stuff. You know what I mean? To win
And
everything,
even getting to that, it was his first year with that squad as well.
with that
Bruv,
dead
I
squad,
give him his
exactly.
dues for that.
The
What,
Europa
Moreno
League,
and that?
Carabao,
yes,
yeah,
Sturridge and all that.
Moreno
man.
cost him. We ain't forget that.
Yeah, so to be honest, like, bro, he's been in 3 Champions League. Liverpool have been in 3 Champions League finals in his 7 years in charge. 1 Premier League. This one is looking like it's going to be a 1-point difference again for another year. So if it wasn't the fact that they're going up against a silly Man City side who just know how to win, we'll be talking about a historic Liverpool team, and we still might if they go and win the quadruple. So
Yeah.
I fully agree with what they've done. To the fact that they're still going, and look, everyone's got to be honest. Beginning of the season, nobody had Liverpool doing this, bro.
Nope.
Because we saw last season, as you said, the question mark. We didn't see this. Even Konate coming in, everyone says he's injury prone and stuff.
yeah.
This guy's played
Bundesliga.
26 games at Liverpool. He's not lost one.
none.
22 wins, 4 draws.
He's 23.
He's been,
gonna
bro,
be there for
he
a long
just
time.
jumps in. And the thing is, bro, it's not easy to do this stuff because you look at other clubs, and other people's signings and stuff. United signed Varane, struggling. everyone that
Grealish.
City signed, Grealish, Sancho, Lukaku, but every single signing scored today, but every single signing that he makes seems to just effortlessly just
Fold
walk into
in,
the
yeah.
system. And
Do you have to give the board credit as well for that as well?
No,
Because-
absolutely, we got to give the board because
Yeah. A lot
Another
of people
thing-
with FSG, remember when they were trying to speak bad on FSG?
not only that Michael Edwards guy, a lot of people forget. As much as we're talking about Klopp as ID, he will probably, you can say who a Klopp player is probably now. You can like envision it, hard intensity, dynamic,
But there's
whatever.
someone that's helping.
But let's not forget, Mane and Salah were not Klopp's. Klopp wanted
Edwards.
Julian Brandt and Mario Götze. Michael Edwards gave him Mane and Salah. Who knows what life could have been like? Do you know what I'm saying?
Trust
So
me.
that shows, even when we're talking about the Tuchel thing, you guys have to have the right people there,
But we've
like
always said it.
above
We've-
him.
that's-
So
that's football. We've
it's
always said
mad.
it.
It's
We've
mad
always
like
said
that.
And was it Trent has
but
won
that's a-
every trophy as well before the age of 23
He's
or something
23,
like
yeah.
that?
Bro,
Clean
Trent.
sweep.
Fam,
And
he's
yesterday,
already
I
on
thought
the way to
defensively,
greatness,
people were
baby, go.
questioning. I thought defensively he had a good game yesterday as well. I was like,
That was
good
one
game.
of
on
his
the
best
big
performances
stage,
defensively.
talk your shit, bruv.
Amount of last ditch tackles that he made,
Yeah.
blocks. For me, yeah, look, Trent is on his way to greatness. If he carries this on, we're going to be talking about one of Liverpool's best ever players,
Question.
in my
Do
opinion.
you think he can surpass Alves as the standard bearer of the right back? He's only 23 now, taking into account. I don't even think Alves was doing what he's doing at 23.
The thing is, it's hard to say.
He was
because
just starting, I feel like, post Sevilla, maybe just hitting that
When
bar.
you say
when
surpass,
he won Europa League.
Do you
I'm
mean
talking
as in
like, as you
heritage
know,
as a
everyone
right
looks at Dani Alves as the attacking right back.
I think
I'm saying like Trent, by the time he's ended his career, do we look at him as maybe
I'll
a
say this.
surpass?
Can I go first?
I'm
I'll
talking
say this.
way ahead as
when
well.
Trent's time is done, there'll be a lot of right backs that come after Trent that emulate the way Trent plays. You know, with Dani Alves, that was his thing. It was attacking fullback, and people
Cafu,
they'll play a right
Alves.
wing and everything. Whereas with Trent, you will see in the next 2, 3, 4 years, you've got young right backs coming through that are trying to be playmakers from right back, and that will be his influence. I don't know if that influence surpasses Dani Alves, but he will definitely have his stamp on the game 100%.
It's hard to say if he'll pass Dani Alves because not only is Dani Alves great, like he's unbelievable. Dani Alves is one of the most trophies in
as
football.
player, yeah.
Was it
by any
36,
individual
And remember,
player.
he's got international accolades to slap on
That's
top
the
of it
thing.
as well.
So I think Trent.
England final, semi-final?
But Trent didn't play in it. Trent's not had any career of England yet.
They're missing.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they're missing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Trent, with the way he's going, we all know he's going to be Liverpool captain one day, 100%. He's probably
Yeah.
going to be the one that succeeds Henderson, probably,
Yeah,
because
he
Van
should
Dijk, it depends. Maybe they got a decision to make there. But for me, he's going to be Liverpool captain and he's going to go down as that great scouser after Steven Gerrard. And then you're looking at, if you're talking about Cafu and all that, 100% it's going to be a situation where it's Cafu, Alves, and then you're going to be, this new generation are going to be saying Trent. Oh, man thinks he's Trent. Man, you know how we say man
That's
thinks
what
he's
I'm
Cafu?
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Because
100%.
like
It's a
every
lineage.
15, 20 years, it's like people now are looking at like, oh, he's the next Cafu, whatever.
Lineage.
It moves on. Like every 15, 20 years, there becomes like a new standard type.
what I
And I'm
told you.
saying 10 years time, are we looking at Trent as like the guy? Because we
no,
say now,
100%.
obviously there's Cancelo, Reece James, but I'm like, Trent is year
Trent
after
for
year.
me
he's
is just too for every look. He's so, and the thing is, you can win things at 23. Like you look at Foden, he's won
5 Premier
ridiculous
Leagues,
amount.
something
But
like
has
that.
he?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
pivotal.
Trent
He's
is
pivotal.
actually pivotal
What was it you said
to
it?
Liverpool's wins, bro. Like
In the driver's seat, no passengers.
yeah. Bus drivers, not bus riders.
Yeah.
Trent is a bus driver. You know what I'm
Trent
saying?
back.
So,
You mentioned
Facts.
something about Trent, and I want to quickly ask this question. You mentioned Trent, you mentioned Gerrard. Liverpool notoriously have been a club that, when it's spoken about them, academy's dead, but you produce 2 gems. Would you rather have an academy that produces the once in a generation mad gem, or do you want constant sort of production line of
You want
good
a
talent?
constant production line. But if you're going to get that mad gem, of
bro,
course,
we
it's
can't
let it
see.
be a
Liverpool have
Gerrard.
had some gems. They produced Michael
Jay
Owen.
Spearing?
They
No,
produced
but in
Steven
terms
Gerrard.
of
that's-
like, when
that's-
they say,
They Robbie Fowler.
you know, when they say like,
No.
you know, like,
Post Gerrard.
McManaman.
Post Gerrard. No,
That's a good
post.
academy,
No,
bro.
that's
That's
pre Gerard.
No,
They went outside, innit?
That's pre Gerard,
Yeah,
man.
Gerrard,
Post
saying-
Gerard.
Yeah.
What happened?
Gerrard,
So,
Trent.
do you know what? Big up Gerrard, because I said it in I think 2 years ago when we were talking. Gerrard, if you read, I've read his autobiography. Yeah, he actually said, there's a player in the academy called Trent Alexander-Arnold who is going to be special, and bro, he's basically the next Steven Gerrard for Liverpool.
Say what, Oraman Jr.
Hey, feel side, bruv.
Or
Feel
a man-
side.
Can I ask one question about the Trent thing though? Do you think if he came through another academy, he'll get the clout that he's getting now.
Do you know what the issue with
Obviously,
that
he
question
can
is?
work with bare players, but do you
Do you know the issue with that question is? Yeah, football's about circumstance. Like under Klopp, everyone always talks about he can't defend anything. Klopp allows him to play a certain way. So in another academy, he may not make it because it's like, I need you to do everything. That's just how football is. The amount of players that you see in the game that you think they'll be perfect in that club. It's just the way it goes,
only
man.
difference I'd say with Trent and like Alves, for example, is that Alves, obviously there was always, in history, it's always been attacking fullbacks or whatever, but Alves still came through an era where defending,
He was an outlier.
fullbacks defend, and he started coming and was like, whoa, like, you know what I mean, what's going on here? He's doing a madness. Then obviously he linked up with Messi with Barcelona and it went crazy. Trent is in an era where it is all attacking fullbacks right now. Everyone's an attacking fullback, so it's a little bit different. If the game changes again, because the game always changes, we're gonna need to see what's Trent's evolution going to be from there, because we've seen Dani Alves' evolution in always. We've seen him go from a young attacking fullback in a defensive era to just an absolute magician on the wing, to now being some elderly statesman who is still can do both sides. Yeah, I mean, he can do both sides. He's captain in Brazil, so it's hard to see. The game could change very quickly, but
That's what
The reason why I asked the question is because, like you said, he's had no career for England and he's been lit with Klopp for about 5 years now. And you got to ask yourself is, can he replicate this stuff with another manager? Because if we're being honest,
he's 23.
if he doesn't start for England, but it's not about the age.
There's a reason why he doesn't start
He's
for
been good for like 5 years.
Yeah.
So by 23 years old, he should be England's, for what he's done.
Yeah.
He should be England's
guy.
undisputed.
Yeah.
Right. If you, like you said, if you're gonna be the standard bearer of a position, you have to start for your country.
And the thing is, we got to be honest as well. Like, it's got to a point now that when we don't see Trent, we're not angry. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't see certain players, you're like, where is that?
But that's because
guy?
we just understand Gareth Southgate as well, I feel like.
But that's also because Walker plays well, Trippier plays well,
Yeah.
and it looks like now he's gonna favour Reece James.
Can I say something about Walker quickly?
And there's a reason
with
for
his
it as
injury
well.
record
Can I
as
say
well.
can I say something about Walker quickly before we move on? We see with Kyle Walker, yeah, when he was coming through and everything, he was like attacking fullback. The reason why I respect Kyle Walker, and a lot of people say it's like athleticism and whatnot, but he has transitioned as a footballer. Like, he was one of those fullbacks that was spoke about, but he's now defensive.
He's Mr. Recovery Man. Bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's had to transition. Do you get me? And some people might say it's football IQ. Some people might just say it's just athleticism. But he's shown that he can add something. And I think Trent will do that. I don't know whether that would be the centre mid thing. I don't know. But there will be something here.
You'll see another evolution to
Yeah,
this
yeah,
game,
100%.
bruv. Every player does
Yeah.
that.
Players
We saw
like
it with
that.
Kimmich. We saw it with Bear, other man.
Players like
Trust
that,
me,
I
it'll
don't
come.
think. But on your academy thing, at another academy, let's say for random Newcastle, you've got someone that talented. Bro, listen, you're so talented on ball and everything. Play centre mid. We might not have seen him at right back. That's the danger when you start.
And Sterling came from
I'm
Liverpool
telling
Academy
you,
as well, but
unlock Trent in midfield at some point. That's all I want to see.
Technicality, though.
yeah, technicality, you know,
Technicality.
sign at 14.
It's technicality.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, but right now,
Klopp signed a new extension,
got
man.
him.
He's
Yeah.
calm. He's there for a
Generational.
bit. He's there for a bit.
and by then it could just make the type of player he is, that when the next manager comes in, he's like, damn, I need to cater to what Trent can do. Do you know what I mean? Because look at United. Look at United, lot. They came through the academy. Did they have any other manager other than Fergie?
Nope.
So,
But,
Fez.
Beckham showed
Klopp-
himself. Beckham.
yeah, did Beckham ever really hit the heights of Man United elsewhere?
England, free kick for
Not at
Greece.
Madrid.
Free
Not at
kicks.
Madrid.
He could have done that at United.
He loves Beckham too much. I
Hey,
swear.
don't forget when they were saying you let our country down to David Beckham, you know. Hey, remember them days? Yeah.
Man went across Europe, then European tour quarterback.
But yeah, congratulations to Liverpool.
Yeah, no, they did their thing.
real.
They did their thing. For Liverpool fans that say we don't speak on you,
Unos,
there's a
dos,
segment there.
tres, cuatro.
But we're gonna hand it. Actually, do you think they can do it
Quadruple.
with the City news that happened today?
Bruv, listen, that just made it interesting. I can't lie to you.
Why did
That
City-
ma-
why did
what do they
City do
need
that?
now? But the goal difference is still an
City-
issue. That's
if
the
City
thing.
win, if City win, they won the league.
Yeah.
City should have won today,
And then it would have
and
been
it would
buried
have been
it.
over.
Yeah.
Because Liverpool would have to beat Southampton and Wolves by like 7-8 goals, depending on what Liverpool.
Southampton
depending on
are due their
what thing
9-0
you win,
slapping
so-
anyway.
Yearly.
And you know Ralph likes to cry for my man anyway. So
Hey, he might want to do him over.
Man, I fell down to my knees.
You know what I mean? But what is that game at Anfield? That game's at Anfield, though, isn't it? Yeah, they're definitely losing.
Oh my word. Let's quickly touch on that City game because of time. What did you want to touch on specifically? Is that
Bowen
City
for
thing?
England. Bowen for England. Bowen for England. That's what I'm saying.
Track record.
Ings is done. Calvert-Lewin's done. Listen,
Track record, man. Bowen.
Kane's boot polisher.
Though, innit? He's a winger.
What? With you,
Saka
Bowen or
is-
Saka?
is a- yeah,
Bowen or Sancho?
Saka's done his thing for. He did
For
alright.
who? Arsenal?
He did alright.
Flashes?
In the Euros, not bad.
Euro high, bro.
Yeah, he did alright. Innit?
You let your country down. You let your country down.
But you know
love
what?
that quick spin around there.
Yeah, but that transition football that Bowen plays at West Ham, he won't be able.
We always say that international.
I
football
think
is
he's just
difficult.
would be
And
a
that's why
good
I'm
option.
surprised that you're actually even thinking about
That's
it.
the thing,
because
yeah, because
you're always the
me,
one
I
that
like balling.
international football. You can never do that.
Yeah, that's
So
what
the
I'm
fact that
saying.
he's going Bowen, I was like, ooh, because he's Declan's boy, he's giving a bit of a break. You always slap these guys down when it comes to
But
international
it's the
football.
truth that people are talking about. Is he ready for a top 6 move and stuff? Like I think he's good, but I think eventually it'll just be he'll end up being probably like a squad player eventually.
I'll be honest. I think for a team like Liverpool, Bowen can eventually not. You don't need to make that move now. But might be biased because
player,
I've always liked Bowen. So
Yeah.
it might be biased creeping in. But I mean, what a week! 2 goals against City, nominated for Player of the Season.
Bruv, I need to, but flipping Fernandinho, man. Like, listen, he's 38, so or whatever he is. So I'm not even gonna kill him too much. But I'm sorry, Antonio ran that brother ragged. Bro.
What he texted in
Fernandinho,
the GC?
you ain't getting that statue, dog. Do you know what I mean? Aguero, I think Fernandinho thought he might be next in line. Hey, that statue ain't coming for
I
you,
blame
bro.
Pep, bruv.
That
the way
I mean-
he's ever since he said, "Yo, all right, he's leaving at the end of the season." Am I lying in saying he said, "All right, I'm milking every ounce out of you. You're playing every," and I get it, defensive issues or
I
whatever.
think Ake should have played.
Go play Foden at centre back, big man.
Yeah.
You're talking about that in the press. Go do your juggle Benito.
I said Pep adapt.
Nah, but I mean,
38 years
like,
old.
it's a
You're
weird one for me.
embarrassing the man.
That City game was a weird one for me because everything that you thought if West Ham are gonna get a result in which way is exactly what happened. Over a top, Antonio do a madness, somebody run on beyond him and then they'll score goals. That's exactly what you expected. And for City to actually have allowed that to happen, sometimes I just think to myself, like, you're playing Antonio and Bowen who love the transition. Why can't Fernandinho, who's slow, and Laporte, who's not the quickest, why can't you guys just drop 5 yards, bro? Why
Because
do you have to be on
do
the
you know
halfway
why?
line?
Do you know
bro?
why?
And getting run ragged, bro. He's running you down, bro.
you know
Like,
why?
it's mad. Like, I don't get it.
Do you
fam.
know
why
why?
do managers do
For
this?
us-
Is it not tiring?
For us, when we say anything, it's common sense. But for these guys, especially those sort of mad, psychotic managers, the principles are the principles.
Play the high
You
line,
live by
play
the
the
sword, you
offside.
die by the sword. And if they want to die by the sword by that, then fine.
Listen,
but
I get
like you
it.
said, the type of managers that we want to see just small, even if it's for 10 minutes to make West Ham feel a little bit like,
get a
oh,
bit
it's
of
not gonna
respite.
happen.
Yeah.
Drop back, brother. Remember Liverpool last season? Fam, your players are dead.
But what I want to
Drop the line, big
Poor
man.
Matt Phillips, man.
I think the City players, they tried the West Ham, their wall was mad. Obviously, Mahrez bottled the penalty. And look, I know Mahrez is City's designated penalty taker, but it's always been wishy-washy for City with the penalties. I just feel, and it's not a dig at KDB or anything, but I just feel in that moment, big games, big players, bro. I want KDB grabbing that ball and putting it in the bottom corner, bro. If I'm a Man City fan. When I saw Mahrez was stepping up, I swear to you, I was already getting ready to tweet KDB's One City, the Premier League. I saw Mahrez was stepping up. I just waited. I just looked.
Do you not think though?
I was like, let's see what happens. I knew he was going to miss, bro. It was so obvious, but he's missed big penalties before.
Do you know why it's hard?
Against Liverpool 2 years
Go on,
ago,
let
was
it
it?
Did he miss
let
one
it
in the
go.
Champions League against somebody as well?
Was it last year?
Bro, I don't know,
What you're
man.
speaking to again, it's similar, not the same, but similar to what you said about dropping the line. Where it comes to just because something is the same all the time doesn't mean that in the spur of the moment, assess the situation and change it. They obviously have a thing where he's the penalty taker.
I've seen KDB
Why?
take penalties on the pitch with Mahrez there, though.
Why?
I wish.
That's the part I'm trying to understand.
I wish I was a fly on the wall and I could tell you, but they clearly have a reason why they've done
him
that.
in training or something.
Do you get what I'm saying? Same way with Liverpool, the thing that came out with Klopp afterwards saying that they brought in the scientists and whatever and with their pennies to do specific things. We don't know what City in their little change room have decided they want to do, but they clearly want to stick to it.
You know,
I'm
they
very
do
I
interested.
understand
Players
that
vote for the
football,
captain stuff
football is
and
not black and white. There's
democracy
times in
crap.
football where sometimes you need, you know what, just assess the situation.
Look, at the end of the day, if KDB took it and missed, people might have said Mahrez.
Exactly.
But I just feel it's just KDB. Like, I don't care about Mahrez. If you are going to miss the penalty, you're the superstar of the team, bro. Like, if you miss it, KDB can just turn around and be like, and what?
Yeah.
I'm KDB. Like, who the hell are you? You're Mahrez. You know what I mean? Relax. So, in my opinion, I just feel
Man said blame.
KDB should. I just think he should have taken it. But the other thing I'm interested in is that obviously people are saying, oh, you know, Pep never changes it when he goes with the flow. But 3 of probably the top 4 most clutch players for Man City, in my opinion, you got KDB, Gundogan, Foden, and Sterling. In terms of popping up with important goals, 3 of them were on the bench. At 2-2, you're not gonna bring one of them. He didn't make a sub.
Yeah.
Are you accusing him of overthinking?
Does that thing though?
No, I don't know about overthinking. He's done it before, so I'm not gonna say everything. But I just
he
think
always does
So
it.
what is
When
someone
his-
on? 'Cause we're
when his
highlighting.
teams are losing or drawing, he always does it. He's like, do you know what? You lot are the ones that got us down. You lot are getting us out. Of this
and he'll
situation.
probably play all of them.
And
next
all
week.
of them, yeah, 100%. I feel like it's silly because essentially you're just penalizing yourself. You think you're doing some mental thing with the players, but
But
it's
if you've
actually
done- if you've done-
backfiring.
Games
but
you
if you-
go,
bro,
bring
if you've
Sterling
done-
on.
if
Bro,
you've
Bring
it's some
Gundogan on.
silliness.
If you've
They
done
got a
so,
penalty though, man.
if you've done something
I
the
hear it,
same,
but you
Morris
can't
legs
always
might
rely
have
on
been a
a
bit
penalty to
leggy.
get
You
you
know what
out.
I mean? Might have been tired.
listen,
Nah. KDB would have taken it.
I hear everything we're saying, but if you've done, you have to remember, yeah, this is Pep Guardiola. This is
Yeah, I'm gonna get him.
Josep Guardiola.
Erison.
Josep Guardiola. If you've done something the same for so long, there's a level of arrogance and self-belief that it's like, you know what, this is going to be cash money. So it doesn't surprise me that he doesn't do the small things that we're saying, but we're just mere mortals analyzing. You get me?
But finally-
I hear both sides. Go on.
Edison. You didn't end up watching the game, did you?
I didn't know.
Edison. Can Edison make
Expose him, man, like
can
No, well, everyone knows that's that game. Everyone knows that's final.
I respect
Everyone knows that's the
He's keeping
final.
up the integrity of
Yeah,
the show.
yeah,
No, but am I gonna lie? Fam, I was at the
And I
final.
respect that.
Edison.
Fam, you man have come in and started lying about games that
that's him. That's Fuad.
Man said,
Listen.
yeah.
Bro,
Hey, for the sake of agenda.
for me, Edison, like this season, like, you know, obviously going into the season, there's always the who's better, Alisson, Edison situation. And when you look at what Alisson's done this season, you look at what Edison's done, bro, can Edison make a save this season? Like, honestly, the goals that are going past him are becoming comical, bro. He's not making saves. He's rushing out. I know you're the sweeper keeper, whatever, but you're rushing out. Guys are beating you for fun.
Yeah.
What were the
Even
goals up today?
even happened at the highest level in the Champions League. Havertz skipped him. See you later. Go. We'll win the Champions League.
Yeah.
This season, I don't know what has gotten into Edison, but I actually thought he was a decent shot stopper. But looking at it, bro, the guy doesn't make saves, bro. Real Madrid, I think there was a few goals where I was like, Edison, I'm not sure. People are saying that goal that Mahrez scored was it? Sorry, man said Mahrez. Vinny, sorry, yeah, this goal that Vinny scored when he ran through. Edison, you're sitting on your line. Like, I'm not too sure what's going on with him, but for me, he's actually costing City goals, bro.
Do you think
like,
now
it's
he's suffering
costing
a
them.
dip in confidence, maybe? Because usually he is.
The nutter, it's the Edison stuff with
But that's
confidence.
the thing. When you're the nutter, you're not allowed to drop any form of confidence here. If you see, even for that Vinny goal, he's almost started
Stayed
to
on
come
his
off the
line.
line and stayed on his line where normally he'd come and sweep out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like because of the type of goals he's been conceding, he's not as as brave as he was.
Bowen's
And
second goal.
Sloppy.
Bowen's second goal.
Describe the goal for me.
Sloppy.
Obviously, I didn't see it.
Bro,
I know-
obviously, Antonio got the ball, flicked it over.
Yeah.
Bowen was through.
Yeah.
Bowen shot. It went through Fernandinho's legs, but it was still right in the
So he
center.
could've got his
of
body
the
behind
goal.
it.
Bro, he could have got the ball, bro. Edison has been doing this all
You
season.
see with
Fraud alert!
you reckon? You see with goalkeepers, yeah.
It's ringing.
You usually have your number one, yeah, for so long, and you ride it out through high times, low times, and you might get that little moment where your backup goalkeeper can be other level where it's like, we can drop you or we can buy a new goalkeeper. Remember, who did they have? Bravo.
Stefan.
No, Bravo. Remember when they had Bravo? Bravo is dead. Get this bum out of here. Get a new goalkeeper and everything. Stefan's there. I feel like sometimes, if you look at most goalkeepers, they have a period where it's like, there's just like, it's a bit, complacency, lackluster. We've seen it with Neuer. We've seen it right now with Ter Stegen. We've seen it with Courtois, who's got back to his
Alisson
best.
went through a little
Alisson
period of
went
that
with,
last year.
was it last season or last season?
Was it
Start
start
this
this
season.
season?
I
I
think
think-
Alisson was a bit, but then he's gone crazy.
Level.
Czech, we can say that
levels.
Czech had it, but obviously that was circumstantial. I think all goalkeepers have that moment where it's like, why are you laughing? It was.
Bro, it's this guy, bro.
You
Get your
were
head in
attacked.
the game. Go on.
Is that an appropriate joke right now? Is that an appropriate joke? Is that how you want to use your platform?
Get your head in the game. Get your head in the
Is that how you
game.
want to use your platform?
Get your head. I'm just singing High School
Great
Musical.
song.
What
Great
goes,
song,
man?
by the way.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I think it's normal for goalkeepers to have those moments, but it's about how the manager then, do they bring in another goalkeeper? Do they do something that makes him...
With a keeper like that, he's young. You let him kind of figure it out. But I do feel like it's kind of the epitome of the ball playing goalkeeper. All of a sudden now can't do the foundations wrong, and everyone's like, "Oh, Yeah. Can't do the foundations right. Sorry, yeah. And now everyone's looking like, hey, what's wrong with
I
him?
can't
And it's
lie.
like,
The hipster keepers have gone out of control this season.
bro.
I'm seeing too many on the ball errors, too many poor kick. I don't know.
It's
Man are
got
trying to
too
take
much.
on.
Was it
Like
Mesut?
guys have gone from like sweeper keepers to now I'm one of the back
Ball
five, you know.
players,
Now,
yeah.
relax.
Man are
big
actually
man.
trying to take on
Drop
strikers.
20 yards. Yeah.
Like
Stop.
every keeper's got a Cruyff turn in him now. Have you noticed that?
It's for the comp. It's for the
Bro,
comp. It's for
you
the
get
comp.
clapped, bro.
It's for the
Stop.
comp. It's
You're
for the comp.
literally last line of defense.
We're
People
saying
are
what-
forgetting this.
We're saying what the Cruyff turners. It's replaced the photographic save.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
Remember when goalkeepers
Ram-
made mistakes for the photographic saves?
Listen,
Right.
no. Ramsdale's single-handedly keeping that.
Wait, he's
alive.
hold that one.
He's him and De Gea. That's,
Oh,
that's all
man.
De Gea's got.
Speaking on
Pioneer.
Ramsdale, let's segue quickly to battle for top 4. You guys won your game today.
Come on.
21 pens for Harry Kane.
The king.
Straight.
You know what I mean? Got to put him away. It ain't easy. Ask
It's not-
Mahrez.
it's not-
What we
It
doing?
ain't easy.
How long have we got left?
I've got about 5, 10
do
minutes.
player of the years, innit?
Yeah, we do player of the year. So just quickly go into this.
Fuck Spurs, man. We know you won. Hey,
THFC should
penalty,
tune in. Don't
penalty.
worry.
You guys dead
This
game.
guy's the biggest
Yeah,
hater.
man, you guys penalty,
Just
bro.
because you're not involved in the
Are you guys
racing,
paying-
man.
are you 200
Conference
goals,
league.
zero
Fullback.
trophies?
Are you guys in the driver's seat?
What driving seat? Listen, Monday. They still got to play, bro. Pressure's
Boy,
on.
listen,
Turn up,
I can't
lads.
lie.
We
Arteta's
saying we
kept
coming.
We done our job. They call us the bottlers. Don't bottle this now, lads. Pressure's on. Newcastle away. Cold Monday night. We coming. This won't be the last time. We coming. Bro, we've been coming all season. I've been telling them. North London derby. We said, come here. Hold that. They thought Burnley, you still got them to play. Hold that. I warned man we're coming. Let's see if you man are coming on Monday. Watch
Arsenal
this
fans
space.
up there, but
Too much
happy we
coming
won't
from
talk
my
about
liking,
them
but-
today,
Shaking
boy.
now.
That
They're
performance.
shaking.
I can't lie. That Newcastle
Listen,
game. Newcastle away. With the fans angry because of the Saudi Arabia kit.
Last game at
At home
at
is
home
always
for
a
the
big
season.
one.
So it's a big one.
Always a
Fans
big
are
one.
angry because of the Saudi Arabia kit. They're gonna be. They want to. Boy,
Right,
it's
they better
Everton
not- they
Everton
better not.
lost as well.
Bite the
So
hand.
they got something to play for last day?
Who, Everton?
Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Boy.
Who Leeds draw with? Villa. That's who. Is it Villa that they drew with?
Yeah.
That's the Villa. Oh yeah. That's
Aston
who
Villa.
people are relying on to stop City. They're holding 4. They're holding 4 at Etihad.
I said City for your dumb.
Bro, they're holding 4 for sure.
Oh man, but let's get into it. Obviously, the awards for the season have been announced. Player of the year, young player of the year.
You got the players.
I can get it up. Off the top of my head, the 6
Got
of
it
the
on
players.
360 TV, innit? We'll plug ourselves.
The 6 for the players
360 TV.
are Bukayo Saka, Ward Prowse, Bowen.
Wait, Saka was in the seniors,
Yeah.
or was
Yeah.
he just the young?
He was in both. He doubled up.
They're doing him like Ronaldo.
This sympathy tour's going too far. But continue.
I haven't
Sorry.
even finished the rest of the nominees.
Continue.
Man,
No,
I'm
that's
gonna
fine.
let- I'm gonna let
The
y'all finish.
nominees
I'm gonna
are
let y'all finish, but
Trent, Bowen, Cancelo, De Bruyne, Saka, Salah, Son, Ward-Prowse.
First things first.
Yeah, go on.
First things first. Are there any blatant nominees who have been disrespected?
Alisson,
Yes.
I believe Alisson should be there.
Rodri.
I agree with that.
Cristiano.
Deckers.
Yes.
Sorry, what? Ward-Prowse over Declan Rice this season.
Couple of free kicks to survive relegation, and this is what we're doing.
Rodri, City's most key man this season.
The cog.
Facts.
The cog, the consistent one. Anytime he's not there, you see a difference in the team.
Clutch
How?
goals as
For
well.
me, he could even be the full player of the year, let alone not even a nominee. Nah, man. Like, listen, I'm sorry. And if you look, Bowen scores goals, so I'm not gonna disrespect him. He does his thing. But if you watch West Ham, you know who their key player in that team is, bro. That's
DR.
Rice, bro. I can't. Listen, I don't personally think Cristiano should have been there. So I respect that
There
he
was an
scored the goals.
argument. There was an argument
I
that
wouldn't
he's
say
won
he
the
should be
most
there.
player of the month awards this season. That was someone's argument that if he's been shown month for month, why is he not in the conversation? That was an argument.
That's
That was
a
an
good point,
argument
I
that was
guess.
thrown out there. I thought I'd throw that out here.
I'm sorry, Saka shouldn't be there in my opinion either. Like,
Elaborate.
Come on, man.
young player of the year, Saka.
I hear
has
it,
done his
But
thing.
elaborate.
Yeah, 100%. He should be in the young player of the year, but player of the year, I don't think Saka's done enough to be in that discussion.
It's
Especially when
almost
you
like-
look at the back end of the season as well. Arsenal fans will say it themselves. The performance levels have dropped a little bit,
Facts.
but yeah, we can say he's young. He might be overplayed.
He
You
got a
know,
penalty.
he's key for them, but I wouldn't put him young player of the year. Absolutely, but player of the year over a Rice, a Rodri. Who was the other name that you said? Alisson.
Honestly, had Reece
Him
James
and
even played a
Ward-Prowse.
few more games, I'd have thrown him ahead of Saka.
Yeah, him and Ward-Prowse for me were the ones where I was a bit like,
A bit dubious.
I don't
You
even.
agree
I'm not
with
too
that?
sure.
Yeah,
I think there's a
100%
general
wholeheartedly.
agreement. Who do you?
Bro, do you think would Mane sneak in there?
No,
Back in
Mane
the
or
60s.
Salah wouldn't have made it. for me.
It's difficult because
I think Salah would have maybe just edged it. No, I'm joking.
You know-
I'm joking.
Bro, I was gonna say. So who was winning? Who's the winner for you though?
The winner for me, I would personally say Cancelo. I think he's been the most
Cancelo?
consistent, in my opinion. He's had his moments as well of slips, but I think he's been quality-wise. And if
From
City
the
go
start
on
of
to
the
win the
year.
title, from the start of the year till now, him and Trent, I know you like Rodri, of course, but I think him and Trent for me have been the tone setters. They haven't been...
what for who from the list? I
been
think
high
yeah,
from
quality
the
this
list,
season,
who
to be
wins- who
honest.
do you think should win it?
There's no runaway this
Do you
year
know
like
what?
that.
Yeah, do you know
Can I
what?
explain?
Go on.
Usually there's a person that's been consistent for the whole season. This has been a very patchy season for every reason.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it depends on what patch you think is more important. And I think the ending is more important than the beginning. So therefore KDB is probably
You give it to KDB. Do you know what? Like for me,
that's what it will come
They,
down
they,
to.
they say I'm the PR, but this is the PR right here. I love this.
No, but it's
you
like
could have knew.
because Salah started the season so well, but it's like that was
Yeah.
the beginning. It's not the
You
business end.
have to start well to be there in the end.
yeah,
Of
yeah,
course.
but
I
you know
thought-
what they say, man. You know they don't. No one cares about the regular season. We're here for the
Crunch
playoffs.
time, baby.
You know what I mean? The regular
Crunch
season.
time.
It don't
He
matter.
would
We're
get a
here for the
nomination. I
playoffs.
don't think he'd win it though.
Huh?
Salah. He'd get a nomination, but I don't think he'd
Salah's gonna win it. I think
was
because
nominated.
by the time it
win it. He
closed,
should get nominated, but not win.
by the
Oh,
time
it's
it
crazy
closed,
if he
by the
wins.
time it closed, Salah was
No,
the
but
golden,
nominations
was
are
the-
open.
No, it's not. It ended May the 8th.
Are you sure PFA and Premier League?
They tweeted.
So we're
it.
deciding
Yeah,
awards
they
before
said it.
seasons are
I
finished.
don't know. I think so. Yeah, they always do that.
Come on,
Look,
man.
I think because of recency,
I said Harry Kane.
Late surge.
I think because of recency, they're going to give it to KDB is going to be in the discussion. But you're talking about consistency throughout the year. I don't see why Trent can't win this.
Because if it's
I don't see
yeah,
why
it's
Trent can't win this. I look at Liverpool and I say that he's their key man.
Is
all
Trent
the time.
nominated for young player as well?
Nominated, but he won that last year. I don't want him to win that again.
Who is the last player to double up?
Bale.
Is it Bell? Yeah.
Bale and Kane. Didn't
Bale.
Ali?
Huh?
Didn't Ali win double?
Player of the
No.
year?
The young one.
No. No,
I'm talking about
player,
winning
player.
both player
Yeah.
and young
Oh.
player. I'm not winning
Kane has done
consecutive.
Kane's no one. What are you talking about? No.
But this is
Did Bale win it on the same season? Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. He
Ronaldo
doubled up.
and Bale, innit?
If
Yeah.
Trent done that, that's another.
Tick.
Nah, I don't think he'll win both. He might win the young one, but what? All right, let's get into young one. Trent, Foden, Gallagher, Mitchell, Mount, Ramsdale, Rice, and Saka.
Where's Kulusevski?
Kulishevsky hype.
Bruv, come on. Since what? January, he ain't been the big dogs. Come on, man.
How many games has
Let's
he
be
played?
respectful.
How
Come
many
on.
games has he played?
I think
How old is
16 or
Kulusevski?
15?
He's
21.
21. How old is Lucas Diaz?
He's a
23?
you. Just because he looks like a big ginger, you know.
trust me.
Listen, he's a young one.
He
He should be nominated anyway, in my opinion.
There's a few sort of like pat in the back nominations there.
Like who? Mitchell,
Guehi.
Gallagher.
No, I wouldn't. I
As
wouldn't.
in
even
to
put
young
Mitchell.
players of the season. He's been
I personally think Ramsey should have made the young player this nomination.
Jacob Ramsey.
no Ramsey tailed off. He tailed off.
For
All
me-
young players tail off. That's
No,
the whole point
but
of
in
being
comparison
young.
to everyone
You've been
else,
trying to
like,
run Ramsey
Ramsey-
prop all
Saka's tailed
season,
off.
you know.
For me personally,
Ram, if
Nah, Ramsey should have got nominated. He's better than Mitchell.
have you been watching? You been watching Villa? Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's been.
That year, man, what convincing.
Nah, he's been better than Mitchell, man.
yeah. For me, I think
Gallagher's tailed off.
Mitchell's
We'll
been
talk about
decent,
tailing
you know.
off. Gallagher's tailed off massively.
A lot of them, like you said, young players tail, but Ramsey's like, fam,
the
not in
young
squad.
player of the year.
Flashes.
bro, because I'm saying Trent already won it, bruv, it's Declan Rice. When is this what is going on
Rice-
here? It's Declan Rice
Reece James?
No? He's only played 23 games
didn't
this
play enough.
season. When
The
you look at
injuries.
what Declan
Patrick,
Rice
pound
has
for
done
pound,
this
though?
season, how can he not be the winner here, bro? Declan Rice is, for me, no doubt been the best out of these guys. You look at West Ham, they've overachieved this season. He has been a key part of that. I think he's missed one game this season in the league. And other than that, he's played 90 in every single game. He's been pivotal to what West Ham are this season, bro. He is not only should be in the team of the season alongside Rodri, in my opinion, and maybe KDB in front.
You're not capping, but they're going to say you're getting to Galopin, you know?
No, I don't give a fuck what these guys say about
you're not capping.
If he won young play,
because he wrote my brother can.
But man, them know I be saying it though. I be saying it.
So if he won young player, and then
he should have been in the
Trent
main
won
one.
Seniors player, would that be fair?
I'm eating good. If
Man said
that was
You said Salah.
I've
You
eaten.
said Salah. We ain't forget.
nah, if,
Man said I've eaten.
We ain't forgot that shout.
you know,
Golden booters though. We coming.
Final one.
One more.
Final one. There's one more thing we haven't addressed as well. Managers but there was the nomination of the managers were interested. I believe Thomas Frank was there, Patriero was there,
Pep, Eddie Howe.
Eddie Howe,
Yeah.
Eddie Howe, and
Yeah, Eddie
how
Howe.
Eddie Howe get in there?
Apparently,
Newcastle
getting a couple of billions means you done the job. So,
In a relegation
my
battle,
opinion,
when you get to spend 100 million in January
It
and
makes-
get manager of the year.
joke thing, innit?
Fair
For me,
enough.
I think if we get top 4, Conte has to be in that conversation, pound for pound.
no, but he's not in the nominees. Bro.
No, but I'm saying he should have been nominated. In
But
my
that means
opinion.
Arteta should be here then.
No,
Arteta
if he
should
does,
be there.
I said if we get it.
Arteta should
I
be
said
there.
if we
After
get
the
it. That
start
would
they
mean
had,
Arteta doesn't.
and the fact that they're in the conversation, Arteta has escaped being sacked so many times. He deserves to be
How is
there.
David Moyes not in there?
What do you mean? Conte took over when we were what, 8th or 9th, the worst team in the Premier League to watch. Dead defense, Kane out of form. Now look at us.
Why are
They're
you
saying,
okay?
they're saying, yo, Arsenal's had a good season. All this. We're right there. We neck and neck.
I mean, is this only for the Premier League, right? Nothing
Premier League,
domestic.
it's just Premier League. Yeah.
Just Premier League.
Yeah.
Calm. Because if it was
Thomas
domestic,
Frank
you would have
hype,
given it to
bruv.
Klopp.
Get out of here,
But
man.
anyway, yeah, I mean,
But can I say
I hear
something?
it.
Can I say something quick?
Go on.
I'm echoing what Cam said. Football's drying. We need superstars.
yep,
That Premier League Player of the Year lineup.
lacking superstars, bro.
No star power.
Yeah, you saw where I commented that, innit?
Poor.
Systems.
needs
This is what you
superstars.
lot wanted, innit?
Boy.
Who wanted that?
Systems. Identities.
Listen,
football
let's go into
cultures. This is what you lot
champs
wanted.
and
You got it.
duds. Should we
Everything
start with
PR,
duds?
Let me go first, please.
Go on.
Because I got a big dud and it could be a little combo.
Yeah.
This new Champions League format is pure duddery.
I don't even understand.
Can we save that because for the final and that?
We can save that, but
because that's a conversation we
it's
can sit down.
duddery, man.
Because
What is it? Super League, basically, innit?
Nah, basically, there's 2 now spots for historical performances.
teams, yeah. So basically, to get Man United back in.
So if
AC Milan.
So if-
when they
Coefficient.
fall off, basically.
if City and that do well in the Champions League, like your league is doing well, the 5th team can get to go into the Champions League.
Okay.
I just think it's silly. It's a silly way that. Again, then how I
mad
don't
at
see
it,
how with
though.
the Super League they say that you shouldn't be meriting the big teams. Like it's everything just favoring the big teams. But how does this not favor the big teams?
Because
like
it's-
if Man United like have a season like we just had, we're going Champions League.
Yeah, because it's
Thank
not
you
about.
very much.
It's not about what they're saying.
Man United won't go. If you finish 5th
Yeah,
in the league, basically, so it's like if Liverpool, City get to the final, that means the Premier League's done the best. So it's
So they'll give
who's
an
done the
extra
best. So there's an extra spot now in the Premier League for 5th place to go to the Champions League.
there's going to be a lot of
English
English
teams.
teams in the Premier in the Champions League. Then, boy.
My dad
I am mad at it.
was I don't know if it's the
But you're around
Bundesliga.
that.
You know, I'm at the cusp. I'll take any way I can get in.
I don't know if it's
I swear
backdoor.
haven't you got a big team, or is it?
Stop. Continue what you was about to say.
It's
My,
not, you got to be a big team. You got to have European coefficient.
I don't know if
Got rid of it now.
yeah.
You guys are.
I don't know if this is harsh, but
Negative
the presentation,
9 coefficient.
the presentation they did for Haaland, I wasn't a fan of that. I thought that was duddery
What happened?
because he scored 86 goals
They
and
did
89
some-
appearances. They were like Fairland, Haaland, like like sort of like what they did for Noble.
Yeah, he did his thing though.
He's been there
Didn't
for
even
a
make
season and a
100
half.
appearances for the club.
Come on, man. You lot.
This is the
nowadays,
thing about the
we're in the
Bundesliga.
microwave era now, bro. Like players aren't
Bundesliga.
gonna stay at clubs for 5-10 years like we used to. If,
No,
a, player,
but it's
if
just-
a player's done his thing for a year
No,
and a
but
half,
it's
what's he
just-
been there? 2 years now? 2.5 years?
They're about to put his
2 years.
jersey in the rafters.
No.
But it's not that. Listen, but there's more. So they've made signings. Adeyemi's coming in.
Yeah.
All of this.
Karim.
I think it's the guy at Bayern. Like they asked him about the signs. I think it is. I might be misquoting. And I said that's fantastic. They've secured second place with that.
Oh, the Joachim, what's his name?
Yeah,
the Bayern guy. Yeah.
So it's like I just look at the Bundesliga and it's like, so what the man them actually competing for? This is that.
We were talking about this the week he was off. Actually, we were talking about Bundesliga. It's just redundant.
Yeah.
That's not football.
Who else?
Man.
What champion?
Mahrez is a dud.
No, so
Mahrez, man, he's got to hold that.
my champ of the week is
Chelsea are
Adeyemi's dad.
duds.
Yeah, Chelsea's are duds. My champ of the week is Adeyemi's dad.
What he do?
Niger guy.
Yeah. No. He took the proper, that African uncle, like my son has arrived. Man stood there like this, yeah. That's heritage.
We did this for Wan-Bissaka, man.
Stood like this.
Right, when he signed for United, we did this whole
hold tight
dad
the
hype.
dads, man. He might have not even been there for all of his life. So his son sided and was like, yo, let me run that picture on WhatsApp one time.
Hey, listen, it be your own, you know. It be your own
You know when you
sabotage.
can relate. You know when you can relate.
That's what I'm saying. I can't even be there, bro. Just be my mum. Just be a mum with her. And then she'll put
Where
like,
are you now?
You
told me that you were going to be there, but where are you now? Hey, don't kill me,
Chelsea
man.
women's champs, Sam
Oh
Kerr
my
champ.
God, your champs suck.
But my champ's winning.
Your champs
I know what you
suck.
man are doing. I don't know what y'all doing over there, but my champs are winning, bro.
Suck, bro.
Brace at Wembley.
Yeah, Liverpool are the
Brace
champs,
at Wembley.
obviously, because they're actually
Bow!
official champs. You know what I'm trying to say. There was another one. There was one more that I was missing. This guy said Chelsea women. It threw me off. Oh my God.
So we're saying, are you
Morris.
saying you hate women?
You look at this guy trying to start. What he's trying to start. Look what he's trying to start.
Hey, nah.
I can't
He's
even
selling
remember that.
today, bro. Oh my God. Hey, he's trying to find out all your corporate links, bro.
Look at him. He's trying to mess me
Listen,
up.
big up Liverpool, big up the Chelsea women's, big up us, big up every man doing their thing, big up everyone watching as well. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe. Comment your dud of the week, comment your champ of the week. Hey, for real, that's a bargain deal as well. You know what I mean?
Costs, boy. We won't speak.
So what? They flipped the throwing money basically on paper. That's good
We
business.
won't speak.
Trust me.
Haaland.
You know what?
We're watching you closely now, boy.
I want to give a champ to
Bruv,
Conte.
the
actually.
lights are gonna be bright.
I want to give a champ to Conte.
Conte?
A lot of people were talking. I don't know why they were talking his name next to Arteta.
Champ as well. Grealish for inspiring the comeback.
Oh, you know what? End of the show. Thank you so much.
Grealish.
Last
Without
show,
Cut the
Grealish,
cameras.
Last show, 28th.
Make sure you're there.
inspired the comeback.
To draws.
Inspired the comeback. Without him, City would have been
Listen,
fucked today.
they're talking about eyes on Haaland next season.
Hey, they're giving.
Certain man's podcast careers are gonna be
Hey.
broken next season.
They're giving Grealish a striker to play off. It's over. It's over. It's over. Hey, the man that gave Ollie Watkins. Let me not even say too much. Let me not even say too much.
Yeah, man. Listen,
Nine.
we're out.